You ever wanted more pleasure in your life? You are in the right space. Hello, I am Rachel. I've been an intimacy coach for 10 years, and that's inspired me to do this extended series where I've been talking about ways to incorporate pleasure into your everyday life for self, but also within a relationship if you're interested. Now, today, friends, what I want to talk to you about is anti-foreplay. Okay, now this is a term I have made up, but it is something that I feel like is absolutely true. So for some of you, you may know that I've been in the intimacy coaching field for 10 years, but in the first 8 years of that, I was exclusively only working with women. Now, it's really important, in my opinion, that I've had these experiences because this is the disconnect that we often feel. A lot of us feel like we understand men and their sex. A lot of us do not understand women and their views and their ideas around sex and intimacy, even though we do. It's just like, we got to get to it, okay? Now, anti-foreplay was actually a term that I came up with based on talking about massage as an avenue for foreplay, okay? And here's what I mean. For a lot of my clients, they enjoy massage, and they really, really enjoy a massage when it's coming from a partner. But a lot of them, unfortunately, are also living in a future because they feel like they're on an invisible time clock of about 5 minutes before their partner's about to rip off their pants and poke them in the back, okay? Now, if you was giggling right now, it's because you have been there before, okay? Now, while this is not wrong by any means, but it does set a precedent for an expectation of the future that isn't here yet. Here's what I mean. If you and your partner just talk about the fact that you're going to have a massage happening, but partner A, masculine partner potentially, is like, yeah, 5 minutes from now, I'm going to rip off my pants, and partner B, who's the feminine, is like, oh, but in 5 minutes, they're going to have an expectation that we're going to have sex, and I don't really want to have sex. I just wanted them to rub my back. Now we're living in a future that doesn't exist, and both of us have expectations that are different from one another. So if we set an expectation prior to any kind of foreplay, not just massage, but this is a good example, that there is no sex happening after this. The intention of this foreplay is to bond. The intention of this foreplay is to connect. The intention of this foreplay is just to be present with one another. This is a life changer for a lot of people because what happens, right, is that feminine feels very comforted. We feel like it doesn't matter what happens. We know that our body's going to be touched, but it's going to be mildly. Oh, I can relax. I can breathe into that. I can absolutely just literally receive all this pleasure that's been given to me. This feels amazing because I'm not living in a high anxiety future that doesn't exist yet, okay? Now, for the masculine, this allows for them to slow down, pay attention, right? And actually give partner what they want and enjoy without the expectation that there will be something that happens by the end of this. Now, what magically is beautiful that tends to happen here is that because feminine partner is incredibly relaxed and is really enjoy this massage and masculine partner has no expectation of sex, now feminine's ready, right? Because the process of the foreplay was less pressure and more enjoyment. All right. Now, I believe this can happen, again, with any form of foreplay that we're setting the expectation for. But if it doesn't happen, no big deal because there was no expectation of sex. If it does happen, pleasant surprise, right? So get out there, make sure that you're focusing on foreplay as a whole entirety of its own, separate from your sex, and just see what happens. So thanks so much for listening. Make sure to like and follow because there's more to come. And of course, have a great day.